Hello everyone. Um Today I'll be covering the topic of noun, and under that I'll be teaching you introduction of noun and types of noun, that is proper, common, collective, material and abstract. Now let us understand what exactly is noun. Noun is a word that identifies name of a person, place, thing or an idea. Now if I say define noun in one word, what it would be? So we can say naming words. Basically you have to keep in mind that naming word is exactly a noun. It could be a name of a person, place, idea, feeling, anything. As discussed earlier, that noun is name of person, place, animal, thing or an idea. So for person I can say Neha, grandfather. For place it is Taj Mahal, Mumbai. Coming on to animal, it is like dog, cat. Moving on to things, it is knife, pen, etc. And for idea, it could be happiness, sacrifice. Now I will be explaining kinds of noun. First one is proper noun. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, animal or thing. It is a name of a particular person, particular place, particular animal, particular thing. Means it will be a name of any particular thing. If I say Shah Rukh Khan, Sachin Tendulkar, India Gate, Europe, or this is all a name of a particular places or name of particular person. For name of any event or day, it can be Republic Day, Independence Day. Name of month, if I say it is January. For name of day, if I say it can be Monday, Tuesday. So this all what I have talked about till now is particular name of anything. So that means if name of a particular thing is known as proper noun. Now what is common noun? It defines a name that is generally used for a person, place or thing. For example, I can say book, city, monuments. As in proper noun, it focuses on particular name, but in common, it focuses on names generally used. Let us understand with an example. Just now I have given an example of book. So if I say books, it comes under the category of common noun. But if I say new learning, grammar and composition, so I am specifying the name of the book. That is why it is a proper noun. Same way if I say cricketer, so there are so many cricketers in the world. I am not specifying any cricketer here. So it is a common noun. I am talking for all the cricketers. But if I say Sachin Tendulkar, so then I am talking about a particular cricketer. So that is a proper noun. Now let's look into another category of noun, that is collective noun. Collective noun refers to a group or collection of same kind of person, place or thing. Let's look into the example to make things clearer. Collection of flowers refers to bunch of flowers. So here bunch is a collective noun which refers to collection of flowers. Saying a flock of sheep would be more better than saying many sheeps in a group. Not sheep, sorry, sheep in a group. So here word flock is a collective noun which is referring to group of sheep. There are many examples like pride of lion and school of fishes, brood of hen and choir of singers, etc. Moving on to the next category, that is material noun. A material noun denotes the matter or substance from which you can make things. Substance can be liquid also, solid or gas. For example, wood, water, gold, etc. You cannot make any singular or plural, or we do not have any singular or plural for material nouns. One thing more, that it is always weighed or measured, and generally they are uncountable. Now let's see the examples. If I say the milk is hot, or the water is dirty, or I like silver ring. So here milk, water, silver, this is all what? Material noun, because these are the things from which we can make some other things also. These are the substances from which we can make some other things. Moving on to next type, which is abstract noun. Nouns that cannot be identified from any of our five senses, that is touch, taste, sight, hearing or smell. Now you might be wondering what kind of these nouns are. It defines three things: idea, quality and state of mind. For idea, you can understand that while sleeping, if a dream comes to your mind, it's an abstract noun because you cannot touch your dream, neither you can see it. It is something, an imagination that has come to your mind. The next one is quality. You might have quality of kindness, but you cannot use your five senses to understand it. So that is why kindness is a quality which you are having, and it's an abstract noun. Now for a state of mind, you can understand that if you feel happy, that happiness you cannot touch or taste or smell. You cannot do anything with your five senses. So that is a kind of abstract noun. And that is all for the chapter. I'll continue with other parts of noun in my next lesson.